to welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Yeah, yes, my name is Damilola and this is Do It Yourself with Dami channel. If you are new here, I want to say thank you for stopping by. If you are also, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my video. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? I want you to click on that red button below and subscribe. The subscription is free. Turn on the notification bell. I want you to give this video a thumbs up if you love what you are going to be learning today. So you see the way my head look like? Ooh, ooh. Yes, so this is what we're going to be making today, this car. Do you love it? Yeah, because I am loving it already. This is the back look. Yes, so we're going to be making this beautiful cap, turban cap. Is beginner friendly. Even if you've never made turban before, you can make this. If you don't have your sewing machine, don't worry, you can use your thread and needle. So let's go to the video proper. So these are the materials we will need for this class, for this tutorial. So my fabric, I'm using a stretchy fabric. You can use any fabric of choice. You can use scuba fabric. So this is the fabric I'm using. I will need my tape rule. I will need my hot glue gun. I will need my candlestick. If you don't have hot glue gun, you can use other gums like UHU gum. So I will need my accessories, any accessory of choice, my scissors, and I'm going to be using gum stay for this tutorial. So let's get started. So for the measurement I'm using, my hair circumference is 22 inches. Then I added 6 inches for the back drop. You know we are making back drop. It's going to be back drop. So I added 6 inches to it, and the length I'm working with is 28 inches. If you don't want it to be that long, you can reduce it, but because you are going to be pleating it, so definitely it's going to reduce. So my band is 2 inches. You will measure 4 inches. Then because you are going to fold it together, we are going to fold it. After folding it, then you have your 2 inches. So but for the band, we are going to measure 22 inches. 22 inches. The backdrop is going to reflect on the body. You are going to see how it goes. You are not going to measure 28 inches on the band. You are going to measure 22 inches. So I added 1 inch for the sewing allowance at the side. That's half inch at on both sides. So I have 22 inches here for the band, and why I have 28 inches for the base of the cap. So the length, remember, is 28 inches. So after sewing it, after gathering it, you will see that it's going to reduce. Then for the ruffle, my measurement is 30 inches in length by 8 inches in width. Then I cut two of it. Then I iron my gum stay to it. So this gum stay, this is what I iron to it. So I iron my gum stay to give it more stability, to be more, stable. So that's what we are working with. So let's go to the next step. So the next thing we're going to do now is to take the base of the cap. Just pick the base of the cap. Then you're going to measure. I'm going to start measuring 2 inches. So from this top part, you're going to measure 2 inches. You measure 2 inches like this. You go ahead and measure 2 inches. Then you measure it like that. You measure it down 2 inches down, 2 inches down, 2 inches. They are going to rule the line. You understand? Can you see the way I've measured mine. So you're going to measure to 2 inches down like this, like as you see it. So now we are going to go to our sewing machine, and what we are going to do now is for us to grab the line that you just draw. The line that you drew, just grab it like this and take it to your sewing machine. Then about quarter of an inch, just little, you're going to be stitching it. I'll take you to my sewing machine now. I'll show you how it will look, how we are going to stitch it together. So let's go and sew. So this is the line that we drew the other time. So we are going to pick it like this, just little. Then we'll take it to our machine and just so I'm done sewing it, I'm done stitching it together, and this is what we have. This is the back parts. This is the way the back parts look like, and this is the front look. This is the front look. So beautiful. So if you don't have sewing machine, you can just use your thread and needle. It's just that it will take more time. After making your lines, then you just use your thread and needle to to sew. So the next thing we are going to do now is just to grab your band. This is our band. We grab our band. Remember, it's 2 inches after folding it, and our edge circumference is 22 inches. I added 1 inch for sewing allowance. So I will take the body of the turban, I'll fold it into 2 to get the middle part, and just use your scissors to just cut to indicate. So this is the middle part of my top of my base. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the band. I'll find the middle part. I'll find the middle part and notch. Find the middle part and notch. Then I'll just place it. I'm going to place it on each other like this. Then you can use your pin to pin it down. So what we are going to do now is to run our stitches round. We are going to run it to this part. So let's go and sew. So I'm done sewing it, and see the way it looks. So we have some space here, you see. So this will be the backdrop. So I have it on both sides. You see the way it looks. So the next thing we are going to do now is to fold it into 2. Fold it into 2. Make sure the band is well aligned together. I fold into 2 like this. Then just watch me closely what I'm going to do. Make sure they're well aligned together. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew. I added ½ inch on both sides for the headband. So what I'm going to do now is to stitch from here, that ½ inch. I'm going to sew that ½ inch. I'll come down like this. When I get here, When I get here, I'm going to cuff my hand and stitch. Then I'm going to stitch down. So just watch what I'm going to do now. So when I get here, what I would just do is to raise my zipper foot up. Then I'll cuff my hand and begin to sew again. You see? So when I get here, I'll raise my foot up again, zipper foot up again. Then I'm going to stitch down. So this is how it looks now. So this is the backdrop. This is the backdrop. So always make sure you add that allowance, that 6 inches to the base, so that you have the backdrop. So now the next thing we're going to do now, you take your turban and make, this is the back part, while this is the front part. So this front part now, what you are going to do, you're going to turn it to the right side first. Turn it like this. Then make sure this is the center front. The center front. So just watch what I'm doing closely. Put your hand inside like this. Then the thread and needle, you can double the thread to make it more thicker. Use a matching thread. So you take your needle and thread, then you will pass the needle here, pass it through this part, pass it like this. When you pass it like this, then very close to this place, you pass again, very close, very close to it. You pass it again like this. Just watch what I'm doing. It's very simple. Pass it again. Make sure it's very close to the first one you did. Then this is what you have now. So now what you are going to do now is, you see this line, this other line that is here, this one, you take your needle again and pass your needle through that opening, that place, that stitch. Just watch it. You see? Then very close to this place again, you pass. You pass it. Then you make sure this thing is very straight. You make sure you are still sewing on the center front. Make sure it's still on the center front. Then you pass it through this place, this line again. You pass it through the line. You follow the line. You pass it through the line. You see, we are already forming the gather now. The gather is already forming. Gathers gradually. Then you pass it closely. You know why we are passing it close to the one that we passed before? Is so that the thread will not show outside. So pass it close again, then take it in, then move again. You know the thread is inside now, you know it's inside. Then what you are going to do again is to pass it through to the other line. Pass it like this, pull very close to the one you pull out, go like that. The same thing, go again. Just follow the line that you the lines that you sewn before, then you're good to go. Very, very simple. Take it in, out, just like that. It's very simple. If you are here to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please, I want you to subscribe to my channel. Just click on that red button below. And you subscribe already, and make sure you click on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will be the first person YouTube will notify so that you will be able to enjoy all my videos. Thank you so much. Just go ahead and tack till you are satisfied that it's secure. We have to secure it well, right? So the cap looks like this is where we are now, right now. So this is the back part. So I want to gather the back part also. I want to put gathers. So I'll just turn it to the wrong side. I'll turn it to the wrong side. Remember, when you are doing the gather in the front, you're going to turn it to the right side. So for this, we are going to turn it to the wrong side. So I'm going to put gather at the back of the turban. So after turning it to the wrong side, please, I want you to watch the way I'm putting this gather. Sometimes if you don't want to put the gathers, you can just leave it like this, but to make it more, you know, beautiful, so I would advise to put the gathers. So I'm going to start from here. Just about 5 inches to where the front gather stopped. So I'm going to start from here. What I'll just pass my thread and my needle, and I'll form my gathers. So just go like this, So this is how I'm going to form it. So it's going to go like this. It's going to go like this, like this. I'll just form like a curve here. I want like a curve here, like my head, like the way the head shape is, you know. So just watch the way it's going to look like. So like this, so just a bit. I just cuff my hand in a bit. I'll make sure I tack it properly so that it will not loose. Tack it. Our turban cap is almost ready. It's almost ready. Almost ready. Yeah, this is the back and this is the front. This is the front and I have my back here. Yes, it's almost ready. So the next thing we're going to do is to take, this is for the ruffle in front. So remember, my measurements is 30 inches by 8 inches. 30 inches by 8 inches. Then I gum stay on it at the back of it. So I cut 2 out of the same size. So what I'm going to do now is to go to my sewing machine and sew. So I'll just turn it to the wrong side and I'm going to stitch. I'm going to stitch both. I'll stitch it, then I'll show you the next step. So I'm done stitching it and I turn it to the other side. So I stitch this side also. I turn it to the right side. This is how you're going to do. Then this part, this sewn part, we're going to shift it to the middle like this. Then you iron. That's what you see. I after sewing it, it's going to be by the side. So I shifted it to the middle, then I iron because I don't want this sewn part to show. So I did the same thing to the second one. So the next thing I will do now is to form the gather. So with my thread and needle, just pick my thread and my needle, then I will just start gathering it. I'll make sure I'm gathering the middle part. So this is what I have now. Just try and use my hand to adjust it. So this is what I have now. This is it too. So I'll just take my cap. This is the front part. This is the back part, remember? So I'll determine where I want my gather to be, to the side. So from the gathered parts, that is when I'll start tacking my ruffle. So I'll just tack the way you see it. So this is the way it's looking now. So I'll tack the second one. I'll make sure I'll tack the second one, then I will show you the finished look. Tacking it. I'm done tacking it, and this is the way it looks. This is the way the side looks. So I just place the second one on it and I tack it with my thread and needle. So I will just use some of these accessories, these small flowers, to just decorate it as desired. You can use any decoration of your choice. So this is what I'm going to use. This is the way it's going to look like on it. So thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much. I hope you've learned something. Please, if you have any question, I just want you to comment on the comment section below. Tell me your question. If you have any request that you want me to make, I just want you to comment, let me know. I want you to give this video a thumbs up. If you are here to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe. The subscription is free. Turn on the notification bell. You can share this video. Thank you so much. God bless you. So see you in my next video. Welcome to the part 2 of this trending Instagram ruffle headwear that we are making. If you are here to watch the part 1, please just check the link, the description box below. You will see the link to the part 1 is there, or you can even check my channel to see. So the measurement I'm working with, the width is 18 inches, while the length is 70 inches. 18 inches and 70 inches. So what I'm going to be doing is I will mark 2 inches both vertically and horizontally. Both vertically and horizontally, 2 inches on both sides. Just check what I'm doing. So I'll just take my time and measure 2 inches downwardly and inwardly. I hope you understand that. If you are here to watch the part 1, please make sure you check my channel or you check the description box. You will see the part 1 link there, or you can check my channel for the part 1. And make sure you watch this video to the end for better understanding. So I'm just taking my time to measure 2 inches both vertically and horizontally. At this point, I realized my chalk was not showing. It was not showing. So I'm going to be showing you another video where I show the illustration. I've marked the 2 inches both vertically and horizontally here now, but I want to show you how I make the zigzag on it. I'm going to be showing you another video now. So I'm going to be illustrating with this small piece of Ankara fabric. So after marking my 2 inches and creating the box, 2 inches boxes, so I will jump a roll at the top and at the side. Then I will start marking zigzag. Just watch what I'm doing. Just mark zigzag. Just see. Mark zigzag like that, the way you see me do. I will not touch the one on top. You remember, I will leave a roll up and at the side. Then the next roll, I won't touch it. I will jump to the other row. Then I will start marking the zigzag there also. It's very, very simple. It's not difficult at all. Just follow the step, then you will get it. Then I will jump this row too. I will jump the other row and also I'll move to the other row. So that is how I'm going to be doing till I finish it. So the next thing I will do now is to take my thread and my needle. Then I will just take here. So from that edge where the zigzags start from, I'll take my thread and needle and just put it inside a bit like that. Remember, we are working on the wrong side of the fabric. So I'll do like that. I'll move my hand again to the other row and pick. So I'll just follow the line to the tip. See, I'll pick again. So that is how I'll work my way around to form the ruffle. So I'll just go ahead and pick that side too. At the end there, I'm going to tack it. After making the measurement that I want. So at that end, I'm going to tack it. Then I'll move to the other row. So just go ahead and mark my zigzag the way I've illustrated. When I realized that my chalk was not showing well, I was not really happy with it at all. But I hope the previous video, the illustration I showed you, I hope you understand. So I'm done marking my 2 inches round now. So what I'm going to be doing is just take my matching thread and needle. I will leave one roll by the side, as I've said before, and I'm going to leave another roll on top. Then I will jump to the second roll and start making my ruffle. Pick it from one edge to the other. I'll move to the other edge of the zigzag that I marked. Then I'll just start forming my ruffle. Just watch the way my hand is moving. It's not something that is difficult. The previous video explained it all, even if you are not seeing it clearly here. Please make sure you watch the part 1 so that you have better understanding of it. This video is beginner friendly. Even if you've never made headwear before, I'm sure after watching this video, the part 1 and the part 2, you'll be able to make your own headwear by yourself. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. The subscription is free. Your subscribing to my channel is just a way of telling me that I am doing something. Thank you so much. So just go ahead and just start working through like that with my thread and my needle to form my ruffle. So after getting to the end, I will take my tape rule. I'll make sure I tack it properly first. Okay, just work my way around to the end. Remember, when you get to the end of it, you are going to leave another row. Remember that you are leaving one row by the side, one row on top, and one row at the bottom. So I'm going to take my tape rule and measure the length of my desired ruffle, my desired length. So the length I'm working with is 14 inches. You can make yours longer than that or shorter than that, but I think 14 inches is okay. So I'll make sure I arrange it properly, then I tack it with my thread and my needle. So you can see our ruffle is forming already. If you follow this step, I'm sure at this point you will also get this result. So I will just continue with my ruffle like that, but remember, we are going to leave another row. You leave after making one ruffle, you leave another row, then you just go ahead and form it like that. And this is what we have now. Our ruffle is getting ready. Yes. And so I will fold it like that, then I'll pin it down, because now we are going to be sewing. We want to close it up. So, but I'm going to make sure I leave about 2 inches so that I'll be able to turn it around, then I'll be able to put my foam inside. So you can use foam, you can use wording for this, anyone that you have. So I'm going to put it because we want it to be puffy, we want it to come out puffy. So I'm going to just put my foam inside, then I'll adjust it, arrange it properly, then I'll close it up. You see, our ruffle here is ready. So simple to make. It's very simple. I want you to try it out. If you have any question, just comment on the comment section below. If you have any suggestion, please suggest. So I'm done stitching, closing it up. Then now I'll just tack it to my base. And if you are yet to watch this tutorial on this base, you just check the description box below. You will see the link to the part 1, or you can just go ahead and check my channel. You will see it there. I'll just use my thread and my needle to tack it to the base. Then our ruffle is ready. Yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all. Thank you for your support. If you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. See you in my next video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Welcome to Do It Yourself with Dami. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please just click on that red button below. The subscription is free. Thank you. So in today's tutorial, we are going to be making the trending Instagram ruffle headwear or turban. So I'm going to be making use of non-stretchy material. Your non-stretchy material can be Ankara fabric or 100% cotton fabric. So, and this video is in 2 parts. This is the first part. We are going to be making the base in this part. So the second part is how to make the ruffle. So please check the next video to know how to make the ruffle of the cap. So my head circumference is 22 inches. My head circumference is 22 inches. So I added 1 inch for the sewing allowance. 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So the length of the turban is 15 inches. So the band I'm going to be using is 1 and 2 inches. So for that main base I measured 13 inches. So that means that 13 inches plus 2 inches of the band, that will give me 15 inches. So for the band, you know our hair circumference is 22. The hair circumference I'm working with is 22 inches. So I added 7 inches. And the reason being that we are using non-stretchy material, so I'm going to be putting elastic band. So you will see shortly what I'm going to do with it. So that means that I now have 29 inches for the headband, for the band. My hair circumference is 22 inches, so I added 7 inches for the band. So the next thing I'm going to do is to just pick up my band, and I'm going to turn it to the wrong side, and I'm going to be stitching it with my thread and needle. Make sure you use matching thread. Use matching thread to sew. So if you have your sewing machine, go ahead and use your sewing machine to sew at this point. And if you don't have your sewing machine, just go ahead and use your thread and needle as you see me do. So just sew around like that. Go ahead and stitch round. So after stitching it round, what I'm going to be doing is to turn it inside out. So you know we are stitching on the wrong side now, so I'm going to be turning it inside out, and I'll take it to my ironing table and iron it out. So please make sure you iron it out. So I'm going to turn it round now, and inside out now, and I'll iron. So I'm done ironing it out. So what I'm going to be doing now is to insert my elastic band. So the length of the elastic band I'm using is 4 inches. 4 inches elastic band. So I'm going to be putting it inside, but I want you to watch this part very closely. What I'm going to do, you know our head circumference is 22 inches, so we added 7 inches allowance for the band, for the elastic band. So what I'm going to be doing now is to measure 11 inches on both sides. 11 inches on both sides, that will give me 22 inches. That means that I already have the length of my hair circumference, 11 inches on both sides, that would be 22. So I will now have 7 inches at the middle. 7 inches at the middle. So you just see what I'm doing. Yes, I'll measure 11 inches on both sides. So I will now have 7 inches. 7 inches at the middle. Yes. So I'm going to be inserting my elastic band, and I will make sure that my elastic band is between that 7 inches. Is between that 7 inches. You'll see what I'm going to do now. Just watch what I'm doing closely and just follow the step. It's very simple. So simple. So just pass your elastic band like that, and make sure it's at the middle of the 7 inches. Then the lines that you marked on that 11 inches that you marked, so you're going to be pinning the two edges of the elastic band down like that. So you just pin it like that. So first I remove the pin. Just remove the pin and take it back, making sure it's at the edge of that elastic band, stopped at where you marked. That's 11 inches where you marked. So I'll just pin it down, then I'm going to go ahead and sew with my thread and needle. I hope you understand. If you don't understand anything, please let me know in the comment section below. I will explain. So I'm done stitching the both sides, and this is what we have. You see, now we now have a stretchy headband that will be easy for us to wear. So you just take the main body of the base and find the middle part. Just place it the way you see me do. Find the middle part of the band also, then place it like that. So you see that we still have some allowances on the band. We are going to be cutting it out. So you just go ahead and pin it down before you sew. Pin it down. So I'm done pinning it. So I'll just go ahead and stitch with my thread and needle. I'll stitch it round with my thread and needle. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe. Just click on that red button below and subscribe. So I'm done stitching it round. I'll just go ahead and remove my pins. Our turban base is almost ready. It's almost ready. We are going to be cutting that out. We will cut it out later. So just fold it like that. Fold it the way you see me do. This is very simple to follow. Even if you've never made turban before, you can make this by following this step. Just follow the steps and you will get it. So what I will do is just to sew round. I'm going to be sewing round. I'll sew it round with my thread and needle. You can pin it down first to make it easier for you. I'll just go ahead and stitch. So after sewing it, this is what we have. We just sew around, just making sure I secured it very well. If you are using your thread and needle, make sure you secure it well. So I'll just cut those the excesses on the band out. So I'm going to be marking like a semi curve, sort of like that. You know, our head is not that straight, so we just mark like a head shape like you see me do. So what I would do is just to gather round with loose stitches. Gather it round with loose stitches. And make sure I secure it properly. Go one again. After going one round, you can still go back with your loose stitches once again to make it more secure. Don't allow the gather to be too tight. You can just loosen it like you see it in this video. Then I'll just cut out those excesses there. So our cap is ready, our turban base is ready. Remember, this is the part 1. Please make sure you watch the part 2 where the ruffle is being made. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate. Thank you so much for supporting me. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, please do subscribe to my channel. The subscription is free. The subscription is free. You see, we have our head base now. Thank you so much. See you in the next class. Bye. So welcome to the class. We are making baby nets today, and as I've said, you can use cotton fabric, but I'll prefer you use cotton fabric as I've explained before. So I'm using this Ankara fabric and I'm combining these two fabrics together. You can combine fabric as you desire. So for the measurements that we are using, for the length is 55 inches, while the width is also 55 inches. The length is 55 inches and the width is 55. So we're going to be cutting 2 of this. We're going to be cutting 2 of 55 inches in length and width 55 inches. So this is one. This is 55 inches by 55 inches. So after cutting it like this, what you're going to do is to fold it into 2. Fold it into 2. Fold the fabric into 2 like this. You pick one. You know we are going to be cutting 2 of this size. So you will pick one and fold into 2 like this. Fold into 2. After folding, you see, after folding it into 2 like this, then fold again. After folding like this. So what you are going to be doing is we'll just take our tape rule. We'll take our tape measure. And from this point, because we want to create a circle, a circular, we want to bring out a circle shape from this. So what you're going to, from this edge, you see, after folding it, see the way this place will look like, and this place will be folded. So you pick one edge from this tip. We are going to be measuring 27 inches. 27 inches. You measure 27 inches round. 27 inches round. With our chalk, 27 inches. 27. You just connect it together. This baby net is very simple to make. It's not hard at all. So you repeat the same thing you did to this one to the other measurement, to the other 55 inches by 55 inches that you measure. So after cutting, you have this, and when you open it up, you have circle. You have something like this. You open it up, you have full circle. If you open it up, you have full circle. You have full circle when you open it up. So I've done the same thing with this one too. So I have two with me. I have two. So after cutting the down part, remember our measurement was 27 centimeter. We measure 27 centimeter round. 27 centimeter round. That's our measurement. So you do the same thing to the second one. You do the same thing to the second one. So let's work on the first. Let's work on this one, because we are going to be joining the two fabrics together. So you open it up like this. Open one up like this. This circle part. From there, we are going to be taking 3 inch up. Measure 3 inch up. You don't need to turn it around. You don't need to turn it to the wrong side. Work on the right side. And to make it easy, don't open the full circle. Don't open it up yet. You are going to be turning it around. We are going to work on this side also. You will see what I'm doing now very soon. So you know the circle is big, so that it will be easy for you to work on. So from this edge, you measure 3 inch up. 3 inches up. 3 inches. Measure it round. Please take note of those measurements. Measure it round. I'll join it together. You measure 1 inch down from this point, from this 3 inches that you measure. You know we measure 3 inches up. So from these 3 inches, so you just measure 1 inch down. 1 inch. measure 1 inch down. Measure it down, not up. Measure it down. From here to here, we measure 3 inches. Why? From that 3 inches, we measure down 1 inch. So now from this 8 inch, this 3 inches, please pardon me for that 8 inches I was talking of. This is from these 3 inches that we measure. You're going to measure 9 inches up. 9 inches up. You measure 9 inches up. So do the same thing you did. You're going to be measuring it round. So I will turn it over, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, the same measurement I took here. I'm going to be taking it on this side also, so that the circle will be complete. You understand? You know, this is half circle, so we want the full circle. So I'm going to be turning it round, and I will take the same measurement. Remember, from this edge to this one is 3 inches. Where from the 3 inches I measured 1 inch down. Then from these 3 inches, I measured 9 inches up. So I'm going to be taking the same measurement, and I will show you. I'll take the same measurement and I'll show you, because it's round. You know, it's round. So, but because of the space, that's why I didn't open it up. So I'm going to be doing the same thing to this one. If I open it up now, it's going to be a full circle. So the thing we did to this side, we're going to be doing it to the other side. Then I'll show. Marking it on, I'm done marking it on both sides. So we have the same measurement here and the same measurement here. From this tip to this side, to this line, is 3 inches. Then from the 3 inches down is 1 inch. So from this 3 inches up, we have 9 inches. So I did the same thing on both sides. So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold it like this, fold it into two like this, fold again, then fold, then refold. Let me come again. You know, it's in half circle. I didn't open it up. So fold into two, fold it into two like this. Make sure it's well aligned. Fold it into two, fold again into two, fold again into two, fold again into two, then refold like this, refold like this. So what I'm going to be doing is to iron. I will go and iron it now, then I'll come back and show you. I will iron it. Make sure you iron, because we need the crease line. We will be working with the crease so that it will be easy for us. So make sure the tip end is well aligned and they are well aligned. Then I'll iron it and I'll show you. Then I'll tell you the next thing to do. Please pay attention to this side very well. So you see the crease line, when you iron it, you see some crease line that come out. Like, look at this one. You are going to follow that crease line now. You're going to follow the crease line, and from the 3 inches, that we measure, draw it. We are going to be drawing a straight line to this 9 inches. So you just draw straight line. You can use your ruler. straight line. Look for those crease line and draw like you see me do.
So make a straight line up.
You are ironing. Make sure you iron very well. Talk or your marker. Like this. So mark it round. Mark it round. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you have, at least you should have 16 boxes. That's when you will know that you didn't miss out any of the boxes. So what we are going to be doing now is to go to our sewing machine and we are going to be stitching round. So please, wrong side will face each other. Wrong side will face each other. Wrong side facing each other. Wrong side facing each other. So that's how we are going to sew. So this is what we are going to be doing. I will still show you when we get to the machine. But this is what we are going to do. You're going to be sewing this 3 inches. You sew it round with this. Wrong side facing each other. Please take note, because this one will be inside while this will be the outer part. So you are going to sew through these 3 inches round. Then this 9 inches also, we are going to be sewing it round. Then I will show you the next thing we are going to do on the sewing machine. So let's go and sew.
Okay.
It's time to sew. Remember, I just want, I'm emphasizing on this. From here to here, 3 inches. Where from this 3 inches down is 1 inch. So from this 3 inches up is 9 inches. I hope you remember. So now we are going to be stitching from this place. We're going to be stitching this 9 inches round. Then we'll just leave about like a box, one of these box. We'll just leave this distance so that we'll be able to put our foam or filler inside. So let's start. About, let me measure it. It's about 6 inches. So you make sure you leave that distance. Stitch when you get here. So after stitching round like this and leaving this space, so the line that we drew, that crease line, so we'll be sewing it along. We just sew it. We sew it to this 3 inches, not to this 1 inch, to this 3 inches. I will stop it. So still round. So just sew. We left this place while stitching. Make sure you leave it because that's where we are going to be putting our filler from there. So after stitching this, so the next thing we are going to do is to fill this inside. You see this circle, is to fill this inside. But before we fill it, I'm going to be stitching. Let me show you something. So I'm just going to be stitching randomly, like we want to do like a tufting is at the middle. So I'll just mark, then I'm going to sew. I'll just sew round this side. So let me sew it and show you. So I've stitched it. See the stitching. So you can just eyeball it and make as many stitches that you want. You will see the effect of this thing after putting the filler. So I'm going to be filling it with this foam. You can use filler. There's a particular filler, a white like this, but I don't have that. So this is what I'm going to be using to fill this baby nest. So from this opening, so I'm going to be filling. So I just go ahead and fill. So I'm done filling it. You see that depression? That's the reason for it. So I'm going to fill this place now. I'm going to sew this opening. So I'll just show it. I'll sew it and I'll show you. So I'll just go ahead and sew this part. So after stitching that side, closing it up, so what we'll be doing is to be filling this hole. You see, you have this left, so we are going to be filling it up now. This first line, this is the 1 inch that you measure from 3 inches down, so you fill it from there. So when you fill it there, we are going to be sewing it. So first of all, secure it with your needle, with your pins. Secure it with your pins. Secure it like that, so that the filler will not pour away. So you do the same thing to this one. You do the same thing. Fill it up. So I'll just stitch it round. Just take your time and stitch it. It's not very easy stitching with foam, after filling it, but you just gently follow the line. Make sure you are pulling it at where necessary. So I'm done stitching. I've stitched this side and I've stitched this side also. So I left small space, and I'm going to be, putting this. I'll just put this one inside with my safety pin. So from that's about ½ inch or 1 inch. From there I'll pass it. So I'll just pass the rope. The rope is about 60 inches. So this is the end result of our baby net. This is the end result. See, I've piped these rough edges. I just cut some strip. This fabric, just cut some strip that will go round. Maybe about, I think it's about 140 inches that I cut of this strip. I mean the fabric you are using, or you can use bias. You can use bias strip. So I choose to use this Ankara fabric to pipe the rough edges, and this is the the end result. So just pull this rope. The rope I used was 120 inches. I used 120 inches the rope, and this is the result. Just go ahead and tie this side. So beautiful, so cute. Isn't this beautiful? So beautiful. You can use any fabric of your choice, any material. So this is the depression that we make. You see the effect. So just to give it some design, so choose any fabric of your choice.